like for my
Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get our meeting for today started. And so we have a lot of really exciting news to share with you today. Marty and I attended the leadership retreat last week on Tuesday and Wednesday all day. And we learned a lot of really awesome things. Really gave me a lot of energy to kind of move forward with our business. One of the things that I loved on the screen right now, there's a slide that says successful relationships is choosing to be in your heart. And that was one of the themes that we kept hearing over the 2 days. People, there were diamonds, blue diamonds, and presidential diamonds doing the presentations after the corporate executives made a lot of presentations. And the rest of the time was spent either in breakouts for your specific rank or in, sessions that were for everyone. And over again, people talked about being there to be of service to others and coming from your heart instead of your head, and being there to love your customers and all of that kind of thing, and love your team members and all of that. So it's really important, and that's why I put that slide on this first page, because I think it's really, really incredibly important that we always are coming from that place of being of service and supporting the person that we're with. So that's where I wanted to start. And now why this happened the last time. When I used the keys, it didn't work. Okay, let's see. All right, how am I going to do this? It started working for me eventually, but now it's not working. Marty, can you see the slides?
Just your first one.
Right. I don't know why it's not. I don't have a way to do this. Why is it doing that?
What, do you want to try and give me control and see if I click it, it'll work?
Let's see how I do that. I don't see how to do that.
You have to move the thing.
Participants.
Record, chat, invite, leave meeting.
Oh, Sarah's here too. I didn't know you were here, Sarah. Here, more. Allow, make host. Let's see. Do you want to change the host? Okay, I think I changed you to the host. See if you can manage the slides. Does that mean no? Are you trying, Marty?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what the problem is. I got it to work last time.
All right, we'll try switching back now, maybe.
I'm gonna accept where. I can't switch it back because now you're the host. I'll reclaim host. There it is. Okay. All right. I took it back. So, all right. All right. Sorry for the pause here. I don't know how to get the slides to move. So I think what I'm going to have to do is, let's do. Okay. I'm going to stop the share, and then I'm going to go back in, and I'm going to do this. And now I'll just change the slides like this. Okay, so I'm sorry for that. So the first thing I want to talk about is a very, very exciting new performance pool that doTERRA announced at the leadership retreat. And what it is it's a 1% of the corporate profits each month is going to be given to premiers and silvers. So just to kind of reframe what that means. So a premier is a rank where the team volume for that person is 5,000 OV, so organizational volume. And the premier has at least 2 executive legs. Each executive is 2,000 OV, so organizational volume. And then the other 1,000 has to come from the rest of the team. Or maybe one of the members, maybe they each have 2,500, maybe one has 3,000, whatever. So that's the minimum. And so the premier who has that 5,000 in volume and the two $2,000 legs will qualify for this. It's called the empowerment pool. And what it is it's a share. Each person, so because it's a pool, the amount of money will vary from month to month because it depends on how many people qualified for that bonus that particular month. So the average that they figured out, the average is one share of this empowerment pool is worth about $190. So that means a premier is going to add to her commission every month that she is a premier, and she has a minimum of 1 new enrollment that's at least 100 PV. So as long as she enrolls at least 1 person at the 100 PV level and achieves the premier rank, she will get her unilevel, her power of 3 bonus, whatever she earns. She's going to get all of her fast starts. She's also going to get the empowerment pool of at least or an average of $190 a month. So on the slide that's here pictured on the screen, it shows a premier whose average commission is about $797, which I have to say is much higher than most of the premiers that I know. But just an average commission is $797 per month. The empowerment pool will be around $190. So that means that the total average commission, monthly commission for a premier will go up by that $190. So in this example, it would be $987. So that is pretty awesome. The silvers will also be receiving this empowerment pool. So any silver who enrolls at least 1 new wellness advocate or wholesale customer with at least a minimum of 100 PV order will also receive a share of the empowerment pool of that average $190. So it really increases the possibilities, and so that's a really important thing. And so they put up this slide at the retreat that said, why are we willing to invest these company profits? And so for those of you that are listening to this and not seeing the slides, this is what they said: higher number of premiers and silvers achieving and maintaining the rank. They want people to be successful. They want to see people reach the premier and silver levels at least. And so they know that this is going, this extra profit is going, this extra commission is going to help significantly. More wellness advocates will be receiving residual income because more people will be getting to those premier and silver levels. There's going to be stronger, it's going to be a stronger leadership pathway to higher ranks. So the more people we get to be premiers and silvers, the better everyone is going to be achieving, and so that's going to help everybody. And it's something that's never been done in the U.S. before in network marketing companies. It's something brand new. So this is, we are, as usual, doTERRA is on the cutting edge of new things that might be coming forward. Any questions about that? Okay, this next slide is the 2016 earnings disclosure. So this is average annual earnings by rank. And I know it's very fuzzy and hard to see, but I will read them to you. And it also, so it has the rank on the left-hand side, the average annual earnings in the center, and then the percentage of leaders who are at that particular rank. So the silver rank with, I think it says 42% of the people is $26,370. At the gold level, the average annual income is $57,370, and that's 23% of the people who have achieved these higher levels. Platinum is 112,700, and that's about 5% of the leaders. Diamond is 200,000, I think it's 200,800, I think. And that's, I can't read the percentage. I think it says 3%. Blue Diamond, the average annual income is 413,200 and something, 200, I think. That's 2% of the people. And Presidential Diamond is 1,321,000, and that's less than 1%. So that kind of gives you the breakdown, kind of knowing what's possible. You can see that the jump from each of these ranks to the next rank is significant. So for the first three ranks, actually it kind of continues. It about doubles or a little more than doubles as you go up. So each rank is going to bring significant increase in income. So that's an important thing to remember as you work through this business. Okay. So now this slide is easy to read. So Marty and I talked about it. We were so excited about these new changes that doTERRA is making. And so we are having a text blitz. And what the text blitz is, it's both for customers as well as people that are not yet customers. Maybe they've attended a class, they've attended an event that you were at, maybe you had a one-on-one with some people that haven't yet joined. So this is any potential customer that you have who has had an essential oil experience. So we're going to have two. Actually, I've been working on the scripts, and I kind of think we may use a very similar script for both customers and people who are not yet customers. But I do have scripts available, and so it should be a really easy thing to do. What we're going to do is we're recommending that you schedule 15-minute appointments. So you can do them as a phone call, you can do them as a Zoom meeting or some other kind of online service. You could do it as a FaceTime. And what we're doing, and I already wrote the script, so I can tell you a little bit about what it says.
Do you have a sample of the book there you could show everybody? Where are they?
They're upstairs.
I'll get one.
Thank you. So we're going to be giving people a free, there's this great new tool that Aroma Tools has, and it's called Modern Essentials Simple Solutions. And it's it's 150 very simple solutions for a variety of everyday problems that people might have. So for scheduling this 15-minute appointment and actually participating in the appointment, we are going to provide this free booklet to each person that you all talk to. And so when you get your appointment scheduled, then you'll let me know how many of the booklets you're going to need. You can do these appointments in person too. So if you have the time and the ability to do that, that's great. But because it's, we just want it to be something quick that people can do regardless of where they are. And for meeting with you, they're going to receive this Simple Solutions booklet. So I think it's a really, really valuable asset. And so anybody that wants to participate, you can email me, you can text me, you can call me on the telephone and let me know that you want to participate. And, we will provide the materials for you. And really what you're going to do in that 15-minute call, and I don't know who's watching. Can you see me?
I can see you.
No, not here.
Oh, in there. Yeah.
Okay. So here is the little booklet. So Simple Solutions, and it's really pretty. And inside, like here, I'll just read one. Dandruff. Combine 3 drops of wintergreen with 1 tablespoon of jojoba oil and apply to scalp and shower before washing hair. Depression. Inhale lemon oil directly from the bottle for a quick pick-me-up. So it's just really simple, no-nonsense kinds of solutions. So it's going to help you so you want to share this with the people. You can talk to them about what their essential oil use is, how they're doing with their oils. But the point is trying to get them to participate because we're offering them something of value. And anyway, these are really wonderful little booklets. I think it's a little bit easier to deal with than some of the other resource materials that we've used in the past. And like I said, it's pretty and it's really simple to read. It's not jammed with information the way some of the other materials are. So it's really just super great.
I think maybe might I suggest that for the people that are participating, maybe we'll send them like 20 or 15 or something like that, so that they have. That way you'll have it. You'll be familiar with it. If you haven't seen it, you need to see it so you can explain it. So we'll send some out to everybody that's participating.
Right. That's a great idea. We'll send you some to begin with. So all you need to do is opt in. Some people have already opted in because I've already told them about it. So
I think I'm opted in.
Yeah, you're opted in. You're definitely opted in. So anyway, that's so please just, if you're watching the recording of this and you want to participate, just, get to me in one of the ways that I'm available, and we'll add you to this. So what we're doing, so the way this is working is you'll need to make a list of the people that you're going to text. So you're going to segment your list a little bit so that you can personalize your message if you need to. So you're going to have customers on LRP, you're going to have customers with no LRP, you're going to have customers that includes customers who haven't ordered in a long time. And then you're going to have, for the non-customers, you're going to have, all the people that are potential members. And so that's all you need to do is get your list with their cell phone numbers. If you don't have a cell phone number, then you can send the same message through an email. So as long as you have an email or a cell phone number, you'll be able to do this. So anybody have any questions about that? Obviously, I'll give you more information when you opt in. But Marty, did you want to add anything?
Well, no, I was just going to say, do you want to read this sample that you gave me, or do you want me to read it?
Yeah, go ahead. You read it.
So this is for people that order regularly, that have LRPs, that also have no regular order, prospects, and not yet a member. Isn't that kind of everybody?
It is.
Oh, okay. So we might tweak it a little more, but it says that, hi, it's Margie Lash from doTERRA. I just received a booklet filled with 150 simple, everyday, and essential oil solutions. I'd love to share it with you and get you a free copy. Let's schedule a 15-minute conversation. Respond to this text call or book online at margieyoucanbookme.me. That's margie.youcanbook.me. Are you familiar? Is everybody familiar with You Can Book Me?
No.
So basically, it's a calendar. It's your calendar for, let's say, doing this. So you can go in, you can block times if you're not going to be available, and only leave times open that you are available. And then as people go in there, they can actually see your schedule, and they can book a time with you. Just go right on and book it. And then, of course, you get an email that they booked the time. So it's just an easy way for somebody to schedule an appointment, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I can't make it then, and back and forth, and then nobody calls. You don't get a message. This way, they book it on. They know when you're available, and they book it, and it's done. So Margie or I will send a link out so you can see that. It's free, by the way. So it should be a good tool for you to schedule appointments.
Yeah, and I've set mine up so if you want to go to, when you get the script and so on, if you want to go to mine, you can click on it and kind of see the way it's set up. It's really simple. I set it up one morning while I was working out. I'm sitting on the recumbent bike and I set the whole thing up. So it really was simple to do. It was not a difficult thing to do. And
when is the textbook planned for? Because we have to get our list together, right?
Right. So you need to get your list together. So for those of you that already knew about this, I'm hoping that you'll have your list together this week so that you can work on the Blitz next week.
Okay.
And because that'll be the end of March. So what we're trying to affect is April's volume. So, I think that, we'll have to do a little bit more training. So this is just an overview of the program. But then we need to give you a little bit of an idea of how to have that 15-minute call so that you have the outcome that you want, and that's going to be helpful to the person that you're speaking with. So we will get that all together. And so just all you have to do at this point is opt in, and then we will, speak with you and get it all set up.
Yeah, I think the big push, like Margie said, for April is to try and get to Premiere for most of you, or even better, Silver, I don't think so. But at least to Premiere, we want to get at least to Premiere. So we're going to start on that on March, and then hopefully achieve that in April.
Right. And that, by the way, that compensation piece is live now. So anyone who achieves Premier or Silver this month is going to be getting that piece of the performance, or of that new empowerment pool piece. So just so you know, I think that at this point it doesn't look good for anyone being Premier, but just so that you know, that is an option. And for those of you that really want to push and have the ability to do so, maybe you can make it this month. So it will take some work, but it can definitely be done. So okay, any questions? All right, Marty, now you're up.
Yeah, this is a little hard for you guys to see, especially Laura. It's very hard for you to see. But
I can't see anything. I've got a black screen now, so I'll look at it later.
So basically, for those of you who were at convention last year, they introduced a new, I would call him maybe a CTO, a Chief Technology Officer, somebody that was going to basically turn around their IT group. And I think his name is Andrew something. He comes from Australia or someplace like that. So his initial thrust was to work on the website, try and consolidate the website and add functionality and clean it up. And I think that's been a gradual process that he's been going through. But also his goal, or his new his new challenge is to improve and integrate the virtual office. And that means you can see the different different features here. You don't really need me to tell you, but this would be tying everything together, the education and training, the amplification, which of course is a social media piece, and then just managing your overall business. So part of the problem is if these three systems, and then of course CRM, and I'll come back to that in a minute, if they don't talk to each other, it's very difficult for you and for us, because if you want to talk about education and send a flyer or send something that doTERRA is doing, or that you have in the system, it's very, very difficult. So this basically coordinates all. So the platform for this will be SAP. And for those of you who are familiar with SAP, I say that they're one of the largest, if not the largest, company out there regarding platforms and enterprise systems. So, like I said, there's education and training, and I can't really see those things. We apologize for the slides.
It says product, business building, and questions.
Yeah. So that'll all reside under that. And then manage your business. Can you read that, Margie?
Insights and automatic,
Are they going to charge extra for that? The CRM part of it?
No, they're not.
Yeah, this is, I want to, can you read any more of that? Let's finish that.
Yeah, insights and actionable data, I think it says. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not reporting is one of them, alerts and something, genealogy, advanced analytics.
And then amplification, of course, is social media, basically.
Right.
So CRM. So CRM, the platform they're going to use is Salesforce.com, which is, of course, probably the leader in the market right now. But just so you understand, Salesforce.com functionally is an excellent tool. But to be able to use it, you have to go in and kind of build the system. And by that, I mean you have to set up your customer profiles, your processes, your whatever pieces of that there are, your lead management systems, how you stack your leads, how you rank. There's a lot of setup. I was involved in 2 of these already. And there's a lot of setup. But once it's all set up, it is an excellent tool. Now, the good news is that my understanding, or the way I would imagine it to be, is doTERRA will set it up so that as wellness advocates, we could just go in and start using it, because it'd be impossible for everybody to set it up. So that's going to be a huge, huge thing. Now, I know that some of us have CRM systems we're currently using, and I would say that that's fine. Keep using them. Well, hopefully we'll be able to import some of that information, but I would not look for a new system or invest a huge amount of time modifying the system. I would kind of, he did not give any timelines, but kind of indicated that it might be soon. I would say it's going to be at least, I would think, by convention. So I would not invest a lot of time and effort, but this is going to be really much, much more functional, much more easy to get information. You have a lot of information that will make your jobs easier, and I'm really looking forward to it. And it's a learning curve, but once we get there, I think it'll be really great.
Thank you, Marty. Anybody have any questions about that? Okay. It's going to really make a difference for all of us. This is going to be a much more robust virtual office. We're going to actually be able to use it with functionality that's really going to help us to grow our businesses and keep track of what's going on and stuff. You have no idea. I have around me, I have a mess, and all of it is things having to do with, customer lists and things having to do with orders, and it's all over my office. And it'll be so nice to be able to just use the virtual office to do all of those kinds of tasks and not have to keep all of these pieces of paper everywhere because it's a mess, and then I never can find what I need when I need it. So it'll make a huge difference. Okay, the next thing we're going to talk about is the fact that we have lots of opportunity with doTERRA and that there's still so much to be done. They've done a lot of market research and they found some very interesting things. We have some statistics here, and so this slide is titled Opportunities Abound. And what it says is that 66% of the US has never used essential oils. Half of that 66% want to try them. So can you imagine that we have more than half the residents of the United States presently who haven't used essential oils, but at least half of them want to try them? That equals 100 million people just in the US who want to experience essential oils. Is that crazy amazing? So that's really, really, really exciting. The other thing is that there's lots of untapped opportunity. 61% cannot even name an essential oil company. That means they don't even know where to begin. 44% do not recognize a single essential oil company even when shown a list. 53% of non-natural products users rank healthy lifestyle as important. That is super important to know. They haven't yet used natural products, but they are interested in a healthy lifestyle. So this is where we come in. 87% of those not using natural products are open to trying them. Is that incredible information? I find it just fascinating and very exciting that there is that much potential. So really, what is our job? You know, what are we hired to do? And what are the oils hired to do? And how are we going to approach this? And that's where this comes in. So doTERRA has moved its goals. They have accomplished all of their original mission goals. And so they are extending that now. And interestingly enough, Dave Sterling, the president CEO of doTERRA, stood on that stage and said that he's always envisioned getting into healthcare and being able to be one of the alternatives that people are offered in their healthcare setting. So in order to do that, we already have that as a goal and it's underway. So doTERRA has already established 117 partnerships with top researchers, medical professionals, hospitals, and universities. That's a lot, 117. There's a team of 30 plus in-house, oh right, they have a team of 30 plus in-house scientists already on staff. They have expert medical and scientific advisory boards, which we all know. Those of us that have been to convention know that intimately. 22, they have a 2,200 square foot cutting edge laboratory space. They have a relentless commitment to quality to ensure safety and
So Margie, I missed that. I'm sorry. So are they getting into medicine? I'm not clear. What?
They are going, they're approaching these partnerships with researchers, medical professionals, hospitals, and universities. And so what they're going to be doing, then that really brings us to the next thing. So this is their policy change. Policy changes, technological advances, and structural shifts have primed the healthcare industry for upheaval, disruption, and incredible opportunity to advance the standard of care worldwide. It was published in a magazine. And so this is, let's see. I think I took out one of the slides that I had in here, but this slide talks a little bit about, so that slide that I was, so here, I'll tell you. So what they're doing now is right now, between now and convention, they are trying to get a sense of what kind of healthcare providers they already have as doTERRA wellness advocates. So if any of you are healthcare providers, professionals, healthcare professionals, you can go to sourcetoyou.com/ I think it's healthcare. I'm going to have to look at my notes. I don't have them in here, I'm sorry to say, but maybe I do actually. No, I don't. But you can contact me if you want, if you are a healthcare professional and you want to get registered for this, because they want to know who they already have. But they're working on these relationships. If you know of any chiropractors, acupuncturists, physical therapists, physicians of any kind, dentists, medical doctors, naturopaths, homeopaths, the whole full gamut of healthcare professionals. If you know of them and you want to start making some contacts with people and letting them know more about doTERRA, you can start working on that before convention. At convention, they're going to be rolling out a whole healthcare plan on how we can approach these things. So obviously, I think a lot of us feel a little bit uncomfortable approaching healthcare professionals and asking them if they're interested in doTERRA, but there's a way that we can begin a conversation. And obviously, because I am a healthcare provider, I am happy to help all of you do that. So if you need some help in kind of messaging and how you want to approach that, I would be happy to help you with that. So that's kind of an initiative that they're taking on. Right now, they just want us to just keep doing what we're doing. And I think that there is another slide that kind of talks a little bit about that. It's kind of a summary slide, so I'll get to that in a minute. But the slide that I had up there about what's our job and what are the oils being hired to do, this slide talks a little bit about that. What job do customers hire doTERRA to accomplish? And it's a little bit hard to see, but things like, I need headache relief, I need energy, I have a sore throat, I have a stuffy nose, I need my mood boosted, I have sore muscles. Those are all things that doTERRA has solutions for, right? So this is the kinds of ways that we can do this. What they're finding is there are places in the United States where some hospitals and some clinics and that kind of healthcare setting are beginning to offer people several different solutions for something. So they might say, for example, let's say you're a nurse practitioner and you're helping someone who has occasional headaches, and you say, well, you could either take, a pain reliever, like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, or here's an essential oil, a natural product. Would you like to take a drug, or would you like to try the natural alternative? And people can choose which one they'd like to try. So that is something that is beginning to happen in the United States, which is very exciting to hear. There are hospitals in which nurses are offering people options of essential oils or a medication. So people are able to start opting into natural solutions, even in a healthcare setting. So that is very exciting news, and I can't wait till we see that here in our community. So the next thing is, this is the healthcare industry, and I know the slide is really hard to see, but there's 6 boxes here. And they're the key issues that are key issues and trends. So the first box in that kind of lime greenish color is we have an aging population, right? We have lots of baby boomers who are getting into their 60s and 70s, and that is going to pose a very large stress on our healthcare system as it stands right now. With our healthcare cost, obviously that is another thing that is making healthcare access very difficult, and with the possibilities of change with the Affordable Care Act, that's probably going to be even more so. So, the price of drugs is prohibitive for many people. They just can't afford the drugs. So natural solutions may be an alternative for them. Product safety has been a huge thing, right? I mean, how many people, look, when you watch pharmaceutical ads on television, the product safety information scares the bejeebers out of you, right? I mean, this drug may cause blah, 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 and death, right? So obviously natural solutions are something that more people are going to be more interested in, because they're not going to want to have those side effects and very serious life-threatening kinds of things that could happen to them. Personalized care is certainly something that, with the healthcare industry the way it is, personalized care is going to be, kind of out the window. And then government spending. We know that the government is trying to spend less, at least the federal government. State governments vary, obviously. But we have to know that the federal government contributes a great deal of money to all the special programs in all of the states that can qualify for those funds to help ease the burden of the state expenditures. So all of these things make the outlook for essential oils very bright. And so I think it's important for us to know that. So for now, we know that doTERRA is headed in this direction. And so right now, what doTERRA is asking us to do is to keep sharing doTERRA, emulate our common mission and purpose, which is, people deserve natural solutions and healthcare. So to just stay the course with that and let doTERRA do the difficult work for now. They'll ask us to get involved when the time is right, but they're going to start making partnerships and getting it out, getting the message out there to the universities, the researchers, the hospitals. So they're going to make the big impact so that we can make the smaller impact. And so that is very, very exciting, a very, very exciting thing happening for us. Anybody have any questions about any of that? Okay, so
I just want to make another comment real quick.
Sure.
Is that I think, and this might be later you talk about this, but I think one of the big things I came away with is, the oils can be used to aid in recovery or to aid in like nausea if it's chemotherapy, or all different kinds of things that people have side symptoms of, some surgery or whatever that took place. And the oils can play a very big role there. And I think, just from what I gathered, that might be their first step, is to get that kind of a solution into healthcare. Like Margie said, you have a headache, do you want this, or do you want the drug? And people are going to start opting in for a natural solution, I believe. So I think that's where they're going to start.
Right, and we're positioned really beautifully to do that, because what we do is support health, and we support balance in the body. So it makes a lot of sense to take that approach and get our foot in the door, so to speak, and then work from there. We're not trying to take over the healthcare system, but we are trying to make a huge impact because people want it. And so I think that that's really the key. That's really kind of all
Margie?
on, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have a question. Do you know, have they mentioned anything more about the, the articles coming out in the medical journals and that kind of stuff that they said was coming out at the beginning of 2017?
They actually didn't mention anything about that. I think that the studies are being published, and I'm sure at convention we'll hear a lot about that, but no, they really didn't, it was a lot of material to cover in 2 days. They really didn't mention that. Marty, do you recall anything specific about any more research that's been published? Because I don't recall anything.
No, I don't think there was anything.
No, I don't think so. I think most of it is ongoing studies, because they're doing kind of long-term kinds of things. So I think that I'm sure they'll do reporting on that at convention. Does that answer your question, Laura?
Yes, thank you.
Okay. So a couple other just little housekeeping kinds of things. doTERRA knows that some of the larger kits, like the Every Oil kit, the Diamond kit, I don't know if they're repackaging the Natural Solutions kit, but they may be. Some of those larger kits, they just came in a box. They just, all the stuff was just in a box, and they want to create a much better experience for people that are buying those larger kits. So they're creating boxes specifically for those kits that are going to look more like a little suitcase, and it's going to have little rows and columns and all that kind of stuff. So I just wanted you to know, so going forward, as you sell those wonderful big kits, you'll know that your customers are being given a really good experience when they receive their product. So that's coming. It's not done yet, but I think it will be done. I don't recall what they said. Marty, do you recall when they said? I think it's over the next couple of months.
Yeah, I don't remember anything specific.
Yeah, I think they said that it would be finished within the next couple of months. So that is going to be great. The other thing is, I just want to make some announcements about education and events that are going on over the next few months. If you haven't attended the Empowered Life series, there are wonderful, these are online series that are taking place. What they do is they offer the same presentation over a 2-day period of time. One is I think in the morning, and one is in the evening, so that they're hitting populations of wellness advocates wherever they are and whenever they can be there, kind of thing. So up on the screen is the schedule for March. Well, the March one already went by, but through July. And by the way, all of these presentations, about a week after they air live, they are put up on doTERRA University so that you can access them after the fact. So there's a nice library already there of presentations that have already been done. And so we see here, March was women's health, April is babies and mamas. They're also doing one on mind and body yoga, mind and body / yoga in April. May is green cleaning DIYs. June is men's health and also oral health. I don't know why that goes together. And July is digestive health. So that's what they've got scheduled now. And I'm sure that we will see kind of a 6-month rolling schedule as time goes by. And that's another piece we can send. We can give the link to people, and they can they can click right on the link and be taken directly to that webinar. And then if we follow up with them, that may be a really good way for us to be able to access information, even about things that we don't know, or let the experts in these fields kind of do this education for us. So I would recommend that you all get comfortable using this as one of the tools that's in your tool belt. And I think that will help us going forward.
And I'm sorry, I couldn't see the link. Is that all on doTERRA University?
If you just go to doTERRA.com and click on in the Our Advocates section, click on events, and then you'll be taken to the page where you can do this. Do you get emails from them? Because they send out emails about registering for the Empowered Life series. So I don't know.
Think so.
Okay, well, maybe I should start forwarding those to everybody. But they do, now you have the schedule, and you can see the schedule anytime. I think if you go on doTERRA University, you'll also see the schedule there. So there are several places that you can get this information. So now I'm coming to the registration for convention and camp. Wait, what did I do? No, I did that right. So there's registration started yesterday. So anybody who hasn't pre-registered, you better get to the website right away. Hopefully the tickets are still available if you want to attend. And then you have the choice of the Vivint Arena or the Salt Palace. And so there's an early track and a late track, and that's the difference really kind of where you are, which venue you're in. All of us who have registered for the convention so far are at the Vivint Smart Home Arena. So that is the best choice if you're going to register for convention and you haven't, please choose that. This is a slide with the ticket prices. So pre-registration already went by. Now, between now and May 15th, it's $169 for the 3-day convention. Starting May 16th to the end of July, it's $219. And then I doubt whether there will be tickets left even when it gets to that period. So it's not likely that they're going to be having those tickets available, but it's possible. New wellness advocates for the first 30 days of their membership, if they become wellness advocates after these dates, they can still pay $169. So they're still going to be able to access that price. The gala is $75 this year. Tickets are available for that now. Hopefully, I don't know. I didn't go on the website and check today to see if they still have them.
You know what? I followed the link that was in your email, and it says I'm pre-registered, but it doesn't show me anything else. Like, it didn't show me the gala, even if I wanted to. It didn't show me it didn't show me anything else except that I was registered.
Well, you should be able to, starting yesterday, you should have been able, did you go on yesterday?
I actually went on today. And
okay.
all it says is pre-registered. It's pre-registered site, and it says you are pre-registered. Check, and then it gave me options to update my account information or whatever, or print my ticket. But it didn't give me any options to go anywhere else to see like the gala pricing or I don't know, the tour or anything.
It may be that they're sold out already. I don't know.
Well, but it would usually tell you that it would list it and say sold out. It doesn't even give any options for anything.
Okay, let me do some research and see what I can find out, because supposedly as of yesterday, you were supposed to be able to add those things to your ticket.
Yeah.
Ticket. So
it wasn't available that I could see.
Okay, well, let me see if I can figure out how to do it. So I'll get back to you on that. I have to make myself a note. Okay. All right. So here are the charges for that, and then couple more things. The incentive trip is going to be in the Dominican Republic in February of 2018. So, now's the time to start trying to qualify. For every personally enrolled new wellness advocate, you earn points depending upon how much their initial orders are. So it's 2, 3, and 4 points depending upon the value of their order. And then when you get them on LRP for the their second month, so the first month they'd be eligible for LRP, and then the second month that they'd be eligible for LRP, you also can earn points for that. So everyone that earns it, let's see, I think this slide is really impossible to read, but, and I don't even, but this is, if you go to the website for the incentive trip, which you can access through the doterra.com under the Our Advocates section, you can see exactly the qualifications for each prize. And so you earn points and you can start now. The qualification period started in February, so it goes from February through, I think it's through July, maybe it's through August. I don't remember now what the qualification period is. I'm so sorry, but I'll try to find out and I'll let you know. But you should be thinking about it. I mean, going to the incentive trip is really an awesome experience. Marty and I have gone, we didn't qualify, but we were able to buy into the trip. And it was a really, you're in a small group with all the owners, with the people that have achieved amazing things in the company, and you get to know people, and it really is a remarkable experience. There is always a healing hands activity on every incentive trip. They do some kind of service. Otherwise, there's no education. It's just kind of fun to go. You get to, do different activities, but basically it's the relationship building that you get to do with all kinds of people all over doTERRA. So it's very nice. It's very different than convention because people are relaxed. It's always in a warm place, so people are playing volleyball on the beach and doing water sports and all that kind of stuff. So it's really quite a wonderful experience. So, and I will tell you that, Marty, did you want to make a comment about the Jamaica trip?
No, not really. I mean, it was obviously, everything is top shelf, everything is first class, and they have different things to do. Like Margie said, they always have one helping hands.
Healing hands.
So it's a good trip. You do meet a lot of people.
Well, and why don't you tell everybody just a little bit about the conversation that you got to have with Greg Cook?
Well, it was just a casual conversation. He's, for those of you who don't know, he's one of the owners. Just a very casual conversation. I don't remember. I know there was some content to it. What was it again, Margie? Well,
he was talking about how that there's so much that can be done in doTERRA, and because he's the guy that's about international marketplaces, he talked about how when people get into doTERRA, they're going to end up having an international business because at some point in time, someone on their team is going to be in a different country. Mm-hmm. That was kind of one of the interesting things. But he had a lot of great things to say, and he was talking just to the two of us. It was really quite interesting to be able to talk one-on-one with one of the owners. And one morning when I was having breakfast, Marty wasn't sitting with me. Maybe it was lunch, but he wasn't sitting with me, and he must have been up because it was a buffet, and he must have gotten up to go to the buffet or something. And Emily Wright came over to me, and she's the executive vice president of leadership, and I don't know what her other title is, but and she just said to me, I don't think I've met you, and what's your name, and I want to get to know you. And so it really is a really very personal kind of thing that goes on. So it really is worth going at least one time. I mean, obviously it'd be great to earn it every year, but I think once you've been in doTERRA long enough that you've got a big team, then generally you're not doing as many enrollments as you were when you first started. So it's really good to get into the incentive trip by getting lots of enrollments, because that's what it takes. Enrolling lots
Margie?
Yeah.
I have a quick question on the international thing. Mm-hmm. So are we in
Thailand? We don't have
one of my customers just moved to Thailand.
So probably that person could order through one of the other Asian markets. We don't have a market specifically in Thailand, but probably
making money and doing the business.
Yeah, it's possible. It's hard to do the business in a country where we don't have a corporate presence, but you can find out. You can find out from the international. I'll get you an email address for some, or you could call customer service and ask them who you should email about that, and they can tell you specifically what's going on in that country, because there probably are. I'd imagine there's so many expats in Thailand. I'll bet that there is, a doTERRA presence there already, but it may be informal. So just like when Elena used to live in Israel, there was an informal relationship, and so they could order, but it wasn't. It was through. They got their product through the UK. And they had to do some funky thing with their LRP. So they had to email the information. So Thailand is probably like that. They probably are able to either get product from Korea or Taiwan or Japan. I'm not sure. Who knows? Maybe Australia. I don't know. But they may have a relationship where they are shipping product to Thailand, but it's coming through one of those other markets. So you can find out. Okay. Okay. Leadership retreat for next year. The one that's going to be here in Long Beach. They're going to have it in the same place that they had it this year, and it's going to be March 26th, 27th, and 28th. And there will also be one in Orlando, and I didn't take a picture of that slide because it just went by so fast. So those of you that are on the East Coast or want a trip to Orlando, there will also be a leadership retreat there. So we can get the dates for you. That won't be a problem. So just wanted you to have the dates, because I'm sure many of you are wanting to be at least silver by this time next year. And so you will qualify for that leadership retreat, because silvers and above are who gets to go. And the March 26th will be a diamond day, so that's only for diamonds and above. The 27th and the 28th will be for silvers and above. So that is something to save. Put it on your calendar, because I know there are lots of you who want to be silver by this time next year at least. And we're going to wrap it up. Ooh, we went over an hour already. Sorry, but we're almost done. So, I'm going to finish it. It's only 3 more slides. So, at the very last session of the, second to the last session, Eric Larson, who is our master distributor, he is, I think he's a double diamond, I believe. And he did this presentation, and I really enjoyed some of the slides that he had. So he said, "How does it feel to be a revolutionary?" And then the quote he has is, "Our pure essential oils are revolutionizing the way families manage their health." I really like that. So I think that we should think of ourselves as revolutionaries, and that we are supporting families to change their lifestyles and their health habits by incorporating essential oils into that. This is a slide that has a little quote from a magazine, and it was published in February of 2016. And it says, "doTERRA is singularly responsible for the rapid category growth. By creating awareness through their MLM model, even competitors have cited an increase in sales from doTERRA's market presence." How does that feel? Does that feel remarkable that doTERRA is single-handedly getting into the marketplace in a way that it's making a difference for all of the essential oil companies' growth? I think that's really wonderful, and doTERRA is doing a very good job of this. This slide talks about the fact that doTERRA wanted to create something different. So the basic difference between a kind of a normal multi-level marketing company and doTERRA are the following things. So a normal MLM is largely interested in the money. They're focused on money. They try to get people into the business opportunity. Very often they have only 1 or 2 products. Their retention rate is low. Their training is all about making money, and they have a lot of hype at their annual meetings. Probably some of you have been involved in organizations like that. On the other hand, doTERRA is focused on product. We are a very product-centric company. We have a large number of solutions and products. We have a high retention rate, and we provide education at our meetings. It's not all about the hype and who's got the big cars and all of that. And the one additional huge difference is we have co-impact sourcing. So we are always thinking about others. We are thinking about how we can help people around the world. And that does make us critically different than most other companies. The last slide is, we're ending just the way we began. So the first slide talked about having successful relationships and coming from your heart. And this last slide is get involved in the details of someone's life. That's how we make a difference. We build those relationships and we create the ability to help people in significant ways. So I hope you enjoyed all of this content. I know it was a lot. I thank you very much for participating. And if you are watching the recording, then I apologize for going a little over an hour, but that's how long it took us to go through, which is why I made this an hour instead of a half hour. So thank you very much. Any final questions?
No, thank you.
Okay, so we're going to just sign off now. I'm going to stop the share, and we will end the meeting. So great to see you all. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.